Yo, what's going on, it's your boy Anubis here with the brand new video for you guys today, and welcome to Archery Friday. Hope you all feel good, looking, smelling good, all in good health. Hope you all are enjoying yourselves and having yourselves a good day. Today's video, I want to do something a little different. You know, archery videos, as I often say, aren't a common occurrence. You know, for those who do archery videos, they will tell you, you really only have a video to do if you have an interesting idea, or if you had a new boat review. We would have a new boat review, so I got an interesting idea. And my interesting idea was to review my early archery videos. Now they're not on my YouTube channel because I didn't really record videos for YouTube when I first got into archery, but I've been doing archery for over 2 years now. And I got a Facebook reminder on my first day shooting my Semic Sage, which is my first bow. So we're going to review or react to my first time shooting a bow, and talk about my progress over time, and the mistakes that I noticed as someone who's more experienced now versus back then. Even though I started doing archery over 2 years ago, I was studying archery for longer than that. I was really always interested into archery and really wanted to get a bow, but wasn't in a financial situation where I could, and also I didn't live somewhere where getting a bow was actually a feasible thing. Like, even to a point to where I had a girlfriend who I was like, yeah, I want to get a bow, and she was like, no. And like, literally the first thing a bow when we broke up was a bow. But family wise, when it came to like living with my grandmother and growing up, just was never in a car to be able to get a bow. Then 2.5 years ago, it actually became doable for me to get a bow. So the rest, as they say, is history. So do all things awkward and likes, and let's get into reacting to the beginning of my archery journey. All right, so excuse the bad quality. Facebook would let me freaking have better quality. So the first thing you're gonna immediately notice in this, again, excuse the bad quality. This was recorded, over 2 years ago, and I don't even know what Facebook did to like, compress the quality of the video, because it definitely is. It's the same mobile device that records my videos now that you see, and those are pretty good quality. The first thing you're gonna notice though in these clips is the release is super quick. It's nowhere near 28 inches when it comes to draw. It's kind of like coming to like this close to my face and then let go. And also there's no follow through. So there's no follow through. It's very quick release. Not even going 20 inches, going about like this close to my freaking face and then letting go. It's just, you're also gonna notice like some awkward body movement, like where I'm just kind of like throwing myself ahead instead of just a natural pull, just like that. It's also like some weird, you're gonna see like a lot of weird movement. There you go. Not nowhere near 28 inches. No follow through. Constant readjusting the glove because the glove kept like sliding on the fingertips. Very slow knocking. Not even letting the bow have a chance to like fully shoot the arrow. Just immediately just drop the bow and ready to fire the next arrow. Right there is actually some follow through on that shot. I think I might have actually pulled back farther than I had before. The short draw, adjusting the glove, and then like at the end there, before we get to like that's the second clip, we're holding like we have like a full like Turkish grip on this bow. It has a pistol grip. Pistol grips, you don't usually like have that Turkish grip. And I say Turkish grip, remember that Turkish archery, the saying is you hold the bow tight enough to where not even rain can get between your fingers. So I had like just a massive grip on the Semic Sage right there, instead of like a just a more casual hold on to it. So yeah, this was the first month of me doing archery, and at that point I was shooting 8 sets of 12 arrows in one session every single day. So this is an example of how durable the Semic Sage is, and also how durable those arrows were. Throughout the time of when he damaged like 3 arrows, one of them had like a split shaft, one has a scratch on it, and then for another set of arrows, the knocking points are broken off from just all that clanking, all that making mac and cheese. But yeah, so this is what it was like when I first got to archery, when I first started shooting arrows. You know, still there's a little bit of like comfort there, but obviously I didn't. My release wasn't good. My motion wasn't good. It wasn't like, you kind of want to have like a zen motion when it comes to shooting your bow. You kind of want to just like, you know, not really rotate a lot. You don't want to move your body a lot. You kind of just want to like have your feet locked into a position, you know, and have a natural pull instead of just all of this movement. I'm constantly readjusting my legs and my body. It was unnecessary. So the second one is when I first got my first horse bow. You know, we're more slowed down. We're holding a little bit longer, but we're still doing that weird body motion where we're kind of like just pushing ourselves forward. But didn't know how to thumb draw yet, so we're three finger splitting a horse bow with bamboo arrows. I miss those arrows. I don't have those arrows anymore. I miss them. But a little bit more relaxed, a little bit more, you know, professional. We're not moving around a lot. We're kind of just holding the same position. Our legs are standing in the same position. Again, we're holding that draw a little bit longer, which is good. I mean, that's comfort with the bow weight. I always feel like, before we get that shot off, I always feel like when you see someone just holding the shot, it's not them aiming. I feel like it's more so you have a lot of comfort in that weight of that draw weight, so you can just kind of hold it a little bit. You can just kind of hold it. I feel like when you get that pull release, which you saw the first clips, just pull release, pull release, pull release. It was me not having like the muscles and whatnot to hold that weight, and so it's just like, oh, this is about as far as I can hold it, let go. Instead of natural pull, hold it for a second, do I have my shot, let go. So this is still a little noobish, but also you can also tell in this second clip that I got a little bit more comfortable. This is all within I want to say a month or two. But again, when you're shooting freaking 8 sets of 12 set arrows, you're going to get and this is every single day, not like every other day. Every day we're shooting 12 arrows 8 times. So just shoot 12, go retrieve, and keep shooting until we hit 8. Add like an actual timer to let me know, you know, how long I was shooting. Also had like a clock, not clock, a calculator to like keep adding up. Like, all right, I just did 12, so I'll add until I get to 8. I was like, all right, that was 8. So it was a whole process. Still no real follow through, and right there I'm like signifying that I had a string slap. I don't string slap often, especially with horse bows. It almost never happens. But you know, in this moment when I hit my wrist, that's me signaling to the camera that, hey, that was a string slap. And also mentally let myself know, like, hey, I string slap. And usually when it comes to string slap, it's a brace height issue or a form issue. If you get a lot of string slaps, because your form is off, and that told me mentally I need to like do something with my form, you know, or how I was holding the bow to, you know, not slap my wrist again. So you probably missed it the first time, and now I mentioned to you, now you notice it, that I literally like tap my wrist, let you know, my forearm, let you know that I had a string slap. It's weird to go like see these older videos. Definitely like grown a lot when it comes to archery, and again, like that little release is just so like there's no follow through. It's just I let go. Those are really pretty arrows. Man, I got rid of them. They're also way too thick for this bow. So this is my first time thumb drawing, and just watch my body, like just watch how I'm just throwing myself around. We're like crouching a little bit. This is my first time thumb drawing. Yeah, that same weird motion where I'm throwing myself forward, but I'm also like kind of crouching my shoulders a little bit. Just doing way too many motions with my body. Also must have been like a very windy day. Kind of like a small like little side contra, a little bit, not a lot of side contra, just a little bit. Like, also it's unintentional. That's a little bit of unintentional side contra, which is more so from like the force of the bow in the shot and like how far I'm pulling with it. You kind of see like my hands flow back, and then you see like a little bit of a side contra. But at least there's a follow through. There's at least still there's at least a follow through here when it came to me getting into doing thumb draw. Instead of just like pop release, there's an actual follow through. In these clips, you're seeing just the growth. And here's like, you know, this is from last year. This clip is exactly from last year. Same Turkish bow from alibow. A little bit more comfort. You don't see me like, you know, crouching like that. Essentially, you don't see any of that. You don't see like any weird motions. Just composed. Pull back. And we're pulling back right here now. So we're getting close to 28 inches. We're not going full draw. We're not pulling to the back of the other ear like you with Turkish bows. But we're more comfortable, more relaxed. We're shooting at a further distance, which is why the background changes. This is the furthest distance I can shoot in my backyard. We're shooting even further. It's about, you know, 15, maybe 18, 15, 18 our distance. We're just, you know, it's more relaxed. There's no change of the body, no change to my waist. Nothing's changing, just more relaxed. You're seeing like legit growth just over time. You know, it's a little bit of a down contrast to the side contrast from the previous video, previous clips. Even the way, just before it switches, even the way we're knocking the bow, if you look at the clips from beforehand, we're kind of just like, we're fiddling with it. We're trying to like be perfect with how we're knocking it onto the string, and we're making sure, you know, we're turned at where it's like here, just more of like it's more of a natural just knocking it in, you know, pulling the string instead of like looking at being so careful with looking at, you know, the knocking point and getting onto the string. Like that at that point, that's the first time in this clip where we're really focused on looking at the knocking point. I mean the knocks on the string. You know, first thing first, before we like, my family, why the hell y'all let my hair be like that? Y'all should have been checking your boy and be like, yo, your hair, this ain't it, homie. This ain't it. This weird Don King hairstyle you got going here ain't it. But anyways, this is also from a year ago, you know, with the Semic Sage. So at the beginning of this video, you saw from 2 years ago with the Semic Sage, and this is 1 year ago with the Semic Sage. And you already notice like a massive difference. Again, there's none of that weird motion with the body. My legs are staying in one position. My body isn't moving. I'm not twisting and turning. It's all just a good synergy with my body and my shoulders and the bow. Also, there's a follow through here. Before, it was kind of just like pulls right here, about this close to my face, and then let go. And then and that was just it. There was no follow through at all. But in this clip, you notice that there's now a follow through. You know, like I said, it's now follow through, more smooth. We're pulling that right back here. There's way more comfort in using the Semic Sage. We're pulling that string back, getting a follow through. Yeah, we're not just dropping the bow after each shot. We're letting the bows, you know, stay steady there. We got kind of a side pistol grip set of like that tight grip. And you just see an improvement. This is more recent. This is a few days ago. So just like watch the motion. Look how far back we're pulling. Way more comfort. These are all the same camera, by the way. Which should tell you how much Facebook compressed my videos back in the day. Just look at the motion. Everything's more comfort. We're pulling back far. Nothing's moving. And again, this is a few days ago with my Cashapp. Sorry about the lighting. The sun was in a position. Still wasn't in the best position for lighting. Again, we're shooting not shooting. We were using a Samsung Galaxy S8 as our camera. Again, no real movement, just straight, just pull the bow. Very good form when it comes to the draw, very comfortable draw. This is big, by the way, for me, mostly when it comes to like how comfortable I look with these shots. I wasn't very comfortable with shooting the Cashapp originally. You know, it is one of my heaviest bows, and you know, your body has to build into your bows. Like now I can probably do 50, but my Kajik is now 40. It's a 45. And I first got my Kajik, 45 was a lot. It felt like a lot. Even my mean KUN, which is also 45, doesn't feel as strong as the Kajik. The main KUN is very smooth to pull. The Kajik is too, but you don't feel the 45 pounds at 28 inches when it comes to the main KUN. But the Kajik, you feel every bit of poundage you pull. It feels good, but also, like I said, it's very noticeable. So my first few shots to the Kajik wasn't like perfect, didn't feel great. It was kind of like, there was I don't want to say collapsing, but there was some, resistance for my body with the Kajik, where it's like, now you look at this video, way more comfortable, way more, smooth, and things like that. A little bit of a grimace in the face, because again, my body is, even though more used to the weight now, it's still, growing with the Kajik. The more and more I shoot it, which I don't shoot a lot. Here's the main KUN. I don't use my Kajik a lot. This is I want to say a month ago or 2 months ago, a month or two ago. Yeah, I want to say it was mid last month. Kind of a cold, windy day, so it's like, so my Assassin's Creed jacket. This is with my Black Hunter. This is also middle of last month. Look at the comfort. Look at the focus. Look at the follow through. Like, everything's so much different in these more recent clips versus those beginning clips, where you can tell there's a lot less focus. I was listening to music. We don't listen to music anymore when we do archery, because it's kind of a distraction. And I'm not saying like music is bad, but it was kind of a distraction. Again, you see at the beginning of the video, I'm bouncing around, I'm jamming with the music, I'm enjoying the music more than the synergy of the archery, and I'm not focused. My shots were still good, but I wasn't focused. My earliest times we're doing archery, we were hitting the bullseye pretty often, but any archery teacher would tell you, and any instructor would tell you, hitting the bullseye doesn't really mean anything. You're going to hit the bullseye. That's just it. It's all about that grouping. How getting that tight group is going to dictate how accurate you are. And in those early moments of my archery time, I was hitting bullseyes a lot, but I was also not accurately getting good groups. I'll be hitting, like, my first target, I had the numbers on it. So I'll get a couple of tens, and I'll have some nines, but they're like, the tens are right here, then a nine is over here or over here. Then I have some eights that over here, and then like over here. And it's like, but you really want those being more tight, and that's how you dictate how accurate you are, how more consistent you gotten. And recently, that's all I get is like just tight groups. So I don't really show my target anymore, because it's like the groups are all pretty tight. So if it's nothing really different, nothing really show, why show it? But it's definitely like there's been some growth. You see in that there's been a lot of growth between 2.5 years ago and a few days ago. There's a lot more comfort. There's a lot more focus in the eyes. There's actual follow through. The body isn't really moving. My target's on the grass, so it's not like hanging or elevated. So there's a little bit of like, I'm angling down a little bit. But even though I'm angling down, nothing's moving. So it's not a strain on my body. You don't want to move your arms when you're like aiming up or down. You just kind of want like a little bit of a tilt with your torso, just a little bit of tilt. Not like full, not like the goblin crouch, just a little bit of tilt down, and then aim the ball a little bit, but like not fully. But then it'll get to where it needs to get to. So I just think it's nice. It was cool to like have seen that. Yeah, it's a long video, but it was more reactions and conversation than anything else. I'm proud of where I've gotten to. I'm glad that I took that leap to actually do archery, and not do what I was doing before, which was just sitting here saying I want to do archery, I want to do archery, then never doing it, and also like letting somebody else tell me that I couldn't do something. It's definitely like a love. It's not just a hobby for me, something that I love doing. You know, I love my bows and I do want more bows. If you're into any kind of like, or if you're curious about getting into any kind of like hobby and whatever is holding you back, the only thing really stopping you from doing something is yourself. You know, everything else is an excuse. If you really want to get into something, no matter what it is, get into it. You know, you won't regret it. With all that said, that's it for this video. Thank you for watching. I hope you all enjoyed. I'll catch you guys on the next one. Y'all stay safe, be kind to one another, and enjoy your weekend. I've been your boy Anubis, the Gamer Archer. I'll catch you guys on the next one. Follow my Twitch stream. Link to the description box below. We stream every Monday, Thursday. So hit me up on Twitch. There's also my links to like my support pages, you know, like PayPal, Cashapp, our merch store that I have but haven't updated in a long time. So that needs to be updated in a long time. But you know, just in general, also my socials. So I'll catch you guys on the next one. I'm being boy. I'm out of here. Deuces.